You're the YouTuber Airlim. I heard you took on a Megazord.
Yeah, I took on a Megazord.
My sword and I will take you down. You won't stand a chance.
La-di-da, you've got a sword.
It's a great sword. His name is Arthur. Plus I'm bigger than you, so shut up.
I've taken on bigger.
So prepare for a thrashing.
What would the Rangers do? I need Ninja Sword power now!
Till we meet again.
Hey, this is Ciara Hanna, the Yellow Ranger, and you're watching Airlim.
Hey Rangers, today we're looking at the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers the movie Legacy Falcon Zord, and this looks really cool. I like the art they've done on the box. It's not actually a picture of the Falcon, it's actually like a animated one, like an illustration. So here we go with Legacy Falcon Zord, Rangers in the movie, and it says Premium Diecast Metal, Bandai at the top. On this side tells you the story. Then you got a lovely art illustration of the Falcon Zord, Legacy Falcon Zord, gun mode, wing mode, flat mode, Ninja Zord mode. Now this we're going to talk about later because we figured out how it's going to attach. And on this side it says more information about it, the secret of the Power Zords. And there we go. Let's open this bad boy and have a look inside. And here is the Falcon Zord, and oh my god, I really like this. I've always liked the Falcon Zord from the original line, which I still have. But let's have a look. We're going to look at some of the features as well as how we think this is going to connect to the Ninja Zord. So first of all, it has an impressive wingspan. Now it's slightly different than the original, but that's because of the wings can bend. Now be careful, because I have noticed that when playing with this, the wings come off very easily. But you can play it like that, which I think is a really nice way of having the actual figure. When you have the wingspan up, it looks completely different and looks just quite impressive to me. So you can either have them stuck in like that, like original, or if you want to have it bent like that, you can do. Now, when we look at the colour scheme, the gold really stands out on this figure. It's possibly the one thing that really works well, with the gold being on the beak, as well as the gold down the middle, the ninja kind of coin there, where on the Japanese one it used to be the battery compartment, and on the die-cast feet. Now all of this, the only die-cast parts are the actual feet, which are really impressive. When we look at the blacks along here, and also on the wings here, which we'll have a closer look at in a minute, we can see that it works really well and it stands out perfectly. Now we again on the legs here we have a circle part of silver, which I always thought were like the kind of mechanical parts of the screws of where the Zord would be. When we look at the back of the Falcon Zord, we notice that there is a lot of gold along here, going up into like the kind of wing shape, as well as the black lines along there, and also the silver wingtip, like so. On the tail, we can see there's more gold here, which on the original, or on the American one, used to be stickers. When we look at this, and I really like the shape. I really wish this part here was die-cast, because I think it would kind of work really well. I like the way you've got the mechanical parts here and here, and again, these parts here are where it actually joins onto the Shogun Megazord when the arms come together. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing that when they actually produce the Shogun Zord. As I say, you will have these parts here, which I'm kind of let down a little bit because it would have been amazing to actually have it as battery compartment, so they actually go fire off different lights to represent the missiles. I think that would have been really cool, or if these could have been see-through. Here on the head here, there's a lot of gold. The gold leaning down here and down here, as well as on the beak. When we look at the eyes, they kind of stand out as a little red dot, and just here you can see the kind of extra detail that they've added onto the Falcon Zord. Silver lining goes along here, along the top of the head, and again it's these little things when you look up close that they've put in that actually make it stand out more. I quite like these sorts of details here. Now the circle, which was the battery compartment on the Falcon Zord, which pretty much if you had one when you were little you kind of maybe destroyed or got broken. Mine did, but I'll show you in a bit. Now I didn't really have anything like kind of issue with these kind of blue screws, but it would be nice if they were white so they don't normally like pop up. But this is where everything is kind of put together. You have the wings, which here, like the kind of feathers, are actually like a metallic paint color rather than just a normal gray. You have lines here and here, and also here and here is where we think the Falcon Zord will attach with the bear. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that is actually true. Along when we have this, I noticed, I don't think anyone's actually picked up on this, but I think this is how it's going to connect with the Shogun Zords. So we have these little compartments here, and when I was looking over before reviewing, I didn't notice it to begin with. So is this going to connect like so when we bring the wings together, when you do that, so it connects in properly with the arms? Or is it something where on the back of the Ninja Zord, where we can see the arms here, they'll connect in? I actually do think that it's these parts here as well as that part there that will connect together with the Ninja Zord. Now, as I said before, you have the wings that move down like that, as well as like that. The clicking isn't too bad, but you can tell it clicks in one place so it stays, so it's not going to kind of fall apart. It does come off at times, but I don't know if that's just mine, but I have been using it quite a bit. This gives the wing articulation more presence, and it kind of gives a little bit to the figure to make it look like it's flapping rather than just kind of having a long one like that. The feet on the Falcon Zord have got to be possibly one of my favorites because they do look like talons where they can actually get grip properly. When we look at like the kind of feet, just along here we've got the lines which would look like if they had toes, and it'd be cool if they kind of bent all together, but I'm guessing with the small parts it wouldn't be possible. These sort of holes here are for the kind of where it bends, and on his back parts here again you've got more lines. It's a shiny gold, it's a very shiny painted gold, shall I say, and it looks fantastic. When we move the feet up and it grips, which again I don't think the original Falcon Zord went that far, when it grips down like that they can pretty much touch just like that. So which means that if you want to put it on a tree branch, you want to put it on your arm, even on your shoulder, be careful with them, but you can possibly do them. When we've gripped them like that, I quite like the way that the joints all work together to kind of like form it properly. With the head can move up like so. It can also move down to which way that you want it to, all the way where it's looking down. I quite like this because if you had like a small monster, it looks like it would be looking straight down and really angry. Now, one thing we have noticed that with the mouth, I found this a lot harder to kind of do. I thought it would be open a lot because the easy one, like the original, you can move it down quite easily, but the mouth opens just like so. It's like ah. But you can open it if you want to give it that much more of kind of a look. I prefer it closed because I think it looks a lot more sinister and kind of cool looking, but a lot of people can have it just like that. When we look at both the Falcon Zords, we can see that the original Falcon Zord here is a lot bigger, and I kind of like this design a little bit more. If you combined all the paint details towards the original Falcon Zord, you could have an ultimate looking one with the head moving in just like so. But when we also look back at the original one, my foot on the Falcon Zord broke a while ago, which I was gutted. We can see that with legacy parts you can combine it here, so when we've had a look just along these sides here, we know that the bear could possibly connect there, which would make it look absolutely amazing. When it came to the original Falcon Zord and connecting to this part here to where the Shogun Zords would be, it was right there. So we can know, or we do know, that on that part it's going to be slightly different. And again, with these small parts here, what could be installed for it? Will it connect straight away? You know, this is, it's just going to be absolutely awesome. But when comparing it This has been a childhood toy of mine for such a long time, and I absolutely love it. With having a quick compare of the backs, we can see that on the original it's chrome, which I really like this, and I kind of wish it was on the Legacy version. But we can see also with the stickers where these are kind of edged in. Here we have the stickers originally, and yeah, I gotta say, these stickers have really worked well over the years. They're not peeling, but I'm guessing if we have a look at this, right here, the gold all goes straight in to the gold part here, where on the original, stickers just go straight to it but don't connect. But I'm guessing at the time they weren't able to actually make this happen. But still, it's a great addition to the Legacy line, and I'm just so excited now that my Falcon has a friend to play with. I didn't notice this when I first had a look, but if you can see it just there on the Falcon Zord, here on the original, you have the lines that are sketched in here. I didn't notice that, or even the little marking on the nose there, where it's on there as well. So I'm very impressed, and also finding out something about my Zord that I've had for a long time is really kind of rewarding and quite nice. There we go, Rangers. There is the Legacy Falcon Zord, and oh my god, it's amazing. I would definitely add it to your collection. This is possibly one of my favorite ones in the actual Zord line that they've done. They could have added more Zord builder parts to add it to the previous, to the Megazord, to the Tiger Zord, to the Dragon Zord. I think that would have been a great addition, but they haven't. There are things that we've seen that are hidden away on the actual Falcon Zord, which could relate to the Ninja Zords and also to the Shogun Zords, and I'm very excited. So let me know what you think about it. Would you add it to your collection? Would you not? Let me know down below in the comments. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness, and why not share this video? And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.